The River Valley School Fair is not too far down the road, and they're getting busy already. In to talk to us today is Mrs. Sherry Groffunder, FFA advisor at River Valley. We also have in the studio the president, River Valley FFA, Aaliyah Hatfield. We have the secretary, Peyton Miley, and the treasurer, Will Prem, in studio with us today as well. Well, good morning, Sherry. You look rather well rested today.
Good morning, Phil. Thank you. I do feel well rested at this point in the year.
You're going to hit the ground running here pretty soon, though, aren't you?
We've already hit the ground running. This is the week we have started to get all our materials prepped for the back to school so that the students can have the fair book and all the reminders in their hand, because we're just around a month before the River Valley School Fair will be happening. So 1 month until homecoming week hits us.
How many brat stands have you done this summer then?
We have only done one in May up at Aders, and we did not do any for the school fair this year. So we took this year off to recoup and wait for volunteers to come out to help.
Hit the ground running, though, with a lot of things. But really, you never stop during the FFA year, do you?
No, we have something planned, well, more than one thing planned each month, and the students do a great job of turning out nice products. So like currently we had some students showing at the Wisconsin State Fair their projects, and then we had other students who were hired by the Wisconsin State Fair to clean up the grounds and do things like that. So very proud of those students who traveled to West Allis to do things like that.
That's awesome. And how did the students do that were showing?
So very well. This was Austin's last year for us for dairy cattle, and then the people in the meat and goat industries didn't take the champion rounds but exhibited well.
Well, good. Congratulations to them. And now I guess they're probably showing at the respective county fairs, right? They've been doing that.
So, yes, the Sauk County Fair, we had Austin showing there for us. And so, again, it's his last year. He did really well with his Brown Swiss. And then now we're heading into Iowa and Richland County Fairs. And Mackenzie will be at the Iowa County Fair showing under 4-H in that realm. So can't wait to support her and our other youth that are coming up to be an FFA members soon. And then at Richland County Fair, it's always nice to see all the students participating there. And we have a lot of young youth in the valley that show at Richland County Fair as well.
Do you go and help? Because I know you and Mr. Glassbrenner have helped out in the past.
Yes, we are doing Iowa County together, the dairy show, and then Richland County, Mr. Glassbrenner will be doing that one by himself this year.
Helping to open the gates or whatever needs to happen then.
Yes, he loves working the swine show there. And then the dairy show is always fun because we get to talk with the exhibitors as they're working. And then I like helping them when the judge isn't looking. I like to give a few tips.
Sure. Any way you can. So you're kind of here today to kind of promote the fact that you need to start getting the entries in line and get ready then, right?
Yes, our fair book this year will be posted out through the River Valley FFA Facebook page along with the district's Facebook page instead of traditionally being on our school district's page this year, just so that parents are aware that we're going through social media. Students that are in the district in the lower levels will get an actual printed fair book this year so that they can take that home. Exhibits or entries are due on Wednesday, September 16th by 3:30 to the high school or the respective schools. After that, we take time, meaning the fair secretaries will get things organized and get the animal counts off of those sheets so that we're ready for Monday when we set up the pavilion. Tim Johnson just emailed this morning and said they'll start that at 4:30 on Monday, the 21st. And art and photography are due that day as well. We just like to be able to have the ability to hang artwork up as we're getting the gym ready. Tuesday evening will be entry tag writing night in the ag room of the junior high school. And then Wednesday, we transform that intermediate school gym into our fair entry for all the different arts, crafts, woodworking, leathercraft, vegetables, crops. All those students can bring that in Thursday starting at 7:15 till 5 p.m. And we close at 5 for judging. Judging is a closed session. Most of the people are heading off to the volleyball game at that time, so we don't have a lot of interruption. And then Friday is our big event, and we start that with the weigh-ins. We're going to start weigh-ins earlier this year because we need it swine weighed in by 7:30 so that we can start the swine show at 8 o'clock this year. We decided that it's easier to move the swine early in the morning. They might not have their coffee yet, so it's sometimes easier to get them to go with the flow, and then we'll transfer into showing beef, goats, and then finally end on dairy. So people who are interested in coming to the auction, we're going to get your bidder numbers from 10:30 to 11:30. We close that at 11:30, so the fair secretaries and the clerking crew have enough time to get their paperwork in order for the auction to start at noon.
You had so many animals last year, and I'm guessing you're thinking you're going to have that many or more this year, then it sounds like.
Yes, we increased in hogs again this year. We had 48 identified, so 48 exhibitors there, and then we have 7 beef identified this year. And goats and dairy cattle don't have to pre-identify, and breeding classes of market beef do not have to identify until the 16th. So our numbers are increasing in the animal area again, yes.
And again, the date of the fair is?
Friday, September 25th. So next year it'll be the first week in October, but this year it is the last Friday in September, Friday, September 25th.
And a lot of it goes along with where you can get a home football game for when your homecoming game falls.
Yes.
So
years ago we asked that it either be the last Friday in September or the first Friday in October. After we had the third Friday in September, so we went from Iowa, Richland, and a school fair. Boy, that homecoming happened fast, and so it's just easier on everyone if we can try to get one of those 2 weeks, the last Fridays in September or the first Friday in October.
every year we talk about how strong your officers' crew is, and you had to say goodbye to a few of those this past spring, didn't you?
Oh, quite a few. Peyton and Aaliyah are the only returnees. So, yes, we had a very successful officer team last year, and they were ready to move on by February. Definitely. They all had their future plans in place. So it's great to see that they have completed their scholarship forms and sent them in to Will so that we know that they're advancing on their next plans. And not only officers, we had a huge group of FFA members move out as well. So we're out busy recruiting that 8th grade level already to build our program back up as far as getting members in. We have a huge freshman class of 22 coming in, so that'll help balance our high school numbers. But again, we want to make sure that we're getting down to the 8th grade level and get that recruitment going.
Indeed, and kind of keep them going. And, you know, some of these, they've been in FFA since their middle school years then, right?
Yes. All of them have been in here. I had to look around the room quick because after a while they blend together, we'll say, or I call them by their parents' name. So, yes, we've had all of them since 8th grade be actively involved. As you see over the years, Peyton has talked about being in ag sales. Will also does that. So you just try to find the kids' exact science that they have and master that a little bit, or you find a skill that they didn't realize they had a passion for. Like Paige didn't know she loved floriculture area, and she now competes very successfully in floriculture, and so she's found some friends who love that same artistic flair. So we can build various programs based off of students and their interests. And then Aaliyah has a huge horse following situation, so we will let her talk more about her SAE and that, but she worked really well with the 8th graders last year. So it is great to see the kids growing the program, because that's what it is about, is getting people in the door and showing them all the options that we have available for them.
Well, we'll talk to the Prez. Good morning, Aaliyah. How are you?
Morning. Good.
Good to have you in here. So tell us a little bit about your horse project.
I currently have 3 horses. One is a younger one, so we're still trying to figure some things out. This past weekend I did state NBHA, so it's the National Barrel Horse Association. Went there, ran at state. My horse competed pretty good, so just the fact of building on what he knows and trying to push him to his best potential.
That's got to be tough, because you could have the best day ever, but it also depends on the animal too, doesn't it?
Totally. You never know what's going to happen, so you always kind of got to be cautious of what can and just hope that never happens.
Where was state located at?
It was in Elkhorn, Wisconsin.
So you have to do a lot of trailering and road time too, don't you?
Yes, my dad sure loves pulling the trailer to places.
So you are a junior, or you will be a junior this year then?
Yes, I will be.
So you rose to the presidency. Did you have to campaign for that, or how does that work?
Our officer applications Miss G will send out an application, you fill it out, and then you'll have an interview with the interviewing committee. So basically, you do that process, and they'll come to a verdict at the end. So you don't really have to campaign. Everybody has a fair shot. So
You plan on being president for a couple of years then?
that's the goal. We'll see where it takes me, though.
Okay. And responsibilities as president, it's quite a load then for you.
It is, but I feel like I do a good job of making it work and checking in to see how everybody's doing, how their committees are going. So as long as I stay on top of it, smooth sailing pretty much.
Wonderful. And so what are you in charge of in terms of the River Valley School Fair this year?
For the school fair, I am co-chairing the food stand with Will, and I'm also chairing the float, and I'm going to chair the 50-50 raffle at the homecoming football game.
That's a lot to do. That'll be a busy day for you, won't it?
It will be.
Sure. And then in terms of FFA, what are some projects that you're involved in?
Currently, this summer, we did the back-to-school drive. We partnered with the Chamber of Commerce. So we set out these barrels in different locals, like all the banks, all the libraries, and at the schools. So people could come in, drop off school supplies for maybe some students that are in need of some, and they couldn't get their hands on some. So it really just brought the community up to the challenge and helped donate some to people in need.
Great. And you're involved in SAE program, as you mentioned. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So an SAE is a supervised agriculture experience. I obviously work with horses, so that's one. It's equine entrepreneurship. And I also do one called agricultural education, where I will go during the school year to the younger students' classrooms, so like elementary school, maybe some intermediate, and I'll basically talk to them and like create lessons, kind of like I'm a mini ag teacher. So I'll go there and then I'll make a little lesson and then I'll do it with them and kind of teach them what agriculture is.
It isn't hard to get youngsters fired up about horses, I don't think, is it?
It's not very hard. They usually really like the animal part of it, but we're also trying to incorporate like the leadership part of it, and there's so much more to agriculture than just farming.
And do you go out and help to recruit FFA members?
I certainly do. Last year I helped recruit most of the middle schoolers, but it also helps because I have two younger siblings, so my younger sister will be coming up into the 8th grade, so her class will be the next recruit, and like having that connection, it makes it kind of easier.
It's the cool thing to do. I mean, you've got a strong program there at River Valley, so it's probably not a hard sell, is it?
Always. Kids are always so interested. It just depends, because you kind of got to gauge their focus of what they're looking for in FFA. Like, they could be like really farming. They could be like speaking competitions or CDE, career development events. Like, there's so much more to FFA than just farming.
Indeed. And then there's a meeting coming up, I believe, for those that want to be new members, right?
There is. After open house, August 25th, we're going to have a meeting at 6 p.m. to kind of introduce FFA and agriculture to some students that might be interested, and kind of like lay out what our year's going to look like for them if they're thinking about participating in FFA.
What's the next big thing other than the fair? You have some competitions coming up in the fall as well?
Yes, we will have our LDEs, Leadership Development Events, coming up. Those are our speaking competitions. So last year I competed in employability skills. It's like a job interview pretty much. So I placed really well in that, and then I went on to districts and regionals.
So it's actually, you sit down and they ask you questions about why you're qualified for the job and those kind of things?
Yes, you create your own job. So personally, I work at Prem Meats now, so I kind of like spinned off and create my own meat store. So I interviewed for that.
Interesting. So if you were going to start your own meat store, what would it be? How could you envision that?
I kind of just based it off Prem's because like I'm there almost a lot, so I'm like, this works pretty well. I'm going to try to make my own. Like, when I was thinking of meat store, I kind of just took what Prem is and then twisted it a little bit to try to like fit my personality and what I think would work best.
Wonderful. I'm sure it would be successful there. Have you thought about a career? I mean, you're only a junior, I know, but what would you like to get into?
I've been thinking about a couple things. I really like the animal side of agriculture, so like maybe a vet technician somewhere. Also, I really like the teaching part of it. So like educating kids on what agriculture is and like trying to get all those opportunities out to help them figure out what they also need. So
Sure. Miss G will be retiring, 4 years?
I have a few more years than that.
I'm just trying to get her a job as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks for coming in, Aaliyah. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Let's go next to the secretary. He's a senior. You've been on this program before. Good morning, Peyton Miley. How you doing?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
Doing real well. How are things in arena these days?
It's going pretty good. Tonight we've got our home talent playoff game against Sun Prairie, I believe it is.
That's correct.
I know you're going to be there, so get to see you again today.
Right, yeah, twice in one day.
I'm just so lucky. I mean...
Well, tell us what you do with River Valley FFA, Peyton.
Well, so I'm the secretary, so I'm kind of in charge of when we have our meetings. Like last month, we had a week-long officer training where we got to talk about what we're going to be doing, the chairs, how we decided that Aaliyah is going to be doing the float, the...
Food stand?
50-50 raffle and the food stand. So we just went and I made sure that everyone, I wrote it down, made sure everything was right. And that way, I've been able to help out Ms. G with different things, getting stuff organized. And then near the end of the year, which we can start actually right now, there's the National Chapter Award where we have to have, I believe it is 12 different goals that we have to have done by the end of the year. So 2 years ago, we've got the National 3-Star Award where we were really proud of our work there. And we're just hoping to be able to repeat that again this year and have something really special.
Do you set personal goals for yourself?
Yes, I have set personal goals. I'm sure Aaliyah and Will have their own goals. G's got goals for us, but as a chapter, that's what we were doing too, is having goals.
Mm-hmm. And can you shed any light on any of those?
So one of the things we do is our I-chair later in the year will be the Veterans Day gift bags. So we have a list of veterans in the communities from as far out as Sauk, Mazo, and just all around the River Valley area. We go out and we give them a gift bag and thank them for their donations. And then we're going to ask the United States AP class to write thank you letters for all the veterans. And then they just get I think last year we had 20 thank you letters from that class. And then we get to have certain kids go out that want to help the community or give back to the veterans that have that connection, and they get to talk to them, make their day.
That's got to be rewarding, isn't it, Peyton?
I've been able to do it the past 2 years, and I've loved doing it, so I'm glad I get to do it again this year.
Yeah, and you guys do a lot of other cool things. Do you still take a meal to a farmer from time to time? Because I know you used to do that.
I know we did that. I believe we did it 2 years ago, and we didn't have someone that, or we couldn't find a student that wanted to do it last year. So I'm looking to find a student this year that really has that passion to do it this year, and hopefully the next couple of years.
Wonderful. What are you in charge of at the fair then specifically?
At the fair, I'm doing the interactive ag stations. So we've got around 10 of them this year. We're starting off, we've got the Spudmobile. And so
What is that?
So it's talks about the potatoes and how Wisconsin ranks third in the nation with that.
So if you've gone to Farm Tech Days, it is literally a mobile trailer that highlights our third, potatoes are our third crop, so meaning we rank third in the nation producing it. And it has interactive stations within it, so it's a huge, coach bus size Spudmobile. So it's new. Peyton just got informed that this morning, so I didn't get to tell him all the highlights.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you elaborated, because the first thing with Peyton, I'm thinking it's a potato and then he's got toothpicks in there and made wheels or something like that. But it's more elaborate than that, it sounds like. Yeah. What else?
We've got our rain simulator with the Sauk County Conservation Services, and it just talks about how rain impacts the earth and in various areas on the earth. And then we've got Wisconsin Beef Council will be coming out and talking about just different things with the beef cattle, sorry. And so something along those lines. And then we've got Egg Jeopardy. Hopefully we're looking for someone to be able to run that, but you just walk up and you start answering questions and you get a certain amount of points, how Jeopardy works. Next we've got genetics. And it just talks about today's agricultural use of genetics to create desired herd. And then we've got Jennifer Russell is coming out. We're still finding out what she's got planned. It's going to be a surprise. So hopefully we got something good coming with her. And then we've got the Wisconsin Pork Association coming out. and they're going to be talking about different various products that come from the pig and what's new in the swine industry. And then Southwest Tech is having the soil tunnel. So
the soil tunnel is a walkthrough situation. So it's kind of like you are underground and you can see what lives in the soil, so that you can see that it's a living environment. So they'll have worms that kind of, pretend they're going through. They show you the different components of soil so that you don't just think it's dirt. And I always tell the kids, soil is a living situation. Dirt's what you find on the floor and you sweep up and throw away. So just trying to get people to see that. It's new from Southwest Tech, so Andrew and Corey are coming out from Southwest Tech and running that for us and showing kids careers that lead to agronomy in more situations.
That's awesome. Yeah, that sounds fascinating. I look forward to seeing that as well.
Yes.
Anything else, Peyton?
We have the Skills USA is doing a welding simulator, so students get to go out and practice welding, almost not actually doing welding with that whole system, but it's a simulator so that they get to experience what it would be like in her class, Mrs. Carmody's class, if they choose to take it when they get to high school. And then we have, I believe it's Miss USA, newly elected Miss USA, or Mrs. USA, is coming to the school fair.
Really?
Yes, so Mrs. USA lives in our district, Stephanie Kramer, and so she was Mrs. Wisconsin in 2025. So she has a platform called Hearts and Paws. So she will be reading a book to some of our elementary age students on up, and then explaining what her platform is. So we have Stephanie in our backyard, so we're going to utilize her talents and have her talk about her platform and share her passion with people.
I did not know that. That is very cool. And oftentimes, Alice in Dairyland comes down to the fair too. So.
Yes, and this year I don't personally know the Alice's, so that's how we've gotten them in. The kids looked at me and I said, well, they are either friends of mine from growing up, children, or ag teachers' children, so I'm not afraid to ask those. We do have an application in to see if Alice would be able to make it, and so far we have not heard back because State Fair was happening, so they had a busy plate right now.
Sure.
So,
She's been busy. She took over in July, I know. So
yes,
she's
July 6th.
Yeah, hopefully she comes out because River Valley School Fair is one of, I believe, only 3 in the state. So it's very unique. Yeah. Anything else, Peyton?
We also have one more. We've got a couple more. We've got Antsy Pants face painting, and so the kids get to go up and get their face painted however they want. And then we have Haven's Petting Farm from 9 to 11, and it's over by the Wick buildings. So you should be able to see them. I mean, they're going to be right out in the open. And then we also have doing the ribbons at the show ring is the Sauk County Fair's the Fair. It's Anna, and I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name.
Gerke, I think.
Gerke is what I'm being told. Anna Gerke. And we've worked with her when she was in high school, and she's great. And we're so glad we get to have her come out.
Sounds like it's a full plate of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You always have some fun stuff, some surprises, too. You had, Bossy Bingo, I believe it was, or what was it? Oh, yeah, like a cow chip throw.
Oh, we had cow chip throw when Grady was in charge of games.
A couple of years ago. But he's graduated now, so
yes.
you don't have to worry about that. What about SAE? We were going to talk about that as well.
So my SAE, I do landscape installation is technically what it's called, but I work up at House on the Rock Golf Course under Matt Gibson, and I just start there. I do basically rake the bunkers, weed whack. Too young to mow up there right now, but hopefully maybe in the future I'd be able to mow. And right now we're doing a lot with the watering systems. We've got to get some stuff fixed, so we get to work on that with him.
You probably have to teach him some things, don't you, Matt?
Sometimes, not a lot though. Usually he's the one teaching me.
Boy, that's a great opportunity for you. Is that something that you might want to get into someday, Peyton?
I've thought about it, but I'm actually looking into more business education in the business realm. I like working up there because, I'm a big golfer. That's what I do in the spring. And so I figured what not to do. That's what I like to do, get to manage or work on the golf course. It's just great.
That's a dream job there for you then, too. Is golf the lone sport you're out for then?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. And other things you're involved in at River Valley, other than FFA?
Really, it's just FFA, golf. If our class needs help with fundraisers, I'll be glad to go out and help with that. But otherwise, it's just that, or I'm working. So
Yeah, full slate of stuff. We've got more to talk about. We have another guy who's been quiet in the corner here, Will Prem. We'll talk to him when we continue with more. The River Valley FFA in the studio and promoting the upcoming River Valley School Fair, September 25th. We'll be right back. Our friends from River Valley FFA are visiting today. We have in the studio some of the members of the leadership crew, including Treasurer Will Prem. Good morning, Will.
Morning, how's it going?
Going real well. So you're going into your junior year. Are you really excited about school starting again?
Oh yeah, you know what? Junior year is usually the bigger year, so really starting to hammer down on school and stuff, as well as a bunch of different clubs, including the FFA. So be a good year.
Good. What are the other clubs you're involved in?
A lot. So I'm in like the Spanish club, student council, jazz band, forensics. Pretty much anyone that you can name, really.
Full slate of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So as far as the FFA, was it a hard sell when you were in middle school? Somebody said you should join the FFA?
Oh, yeah. It was actually Aaliyah's older sister was kind of like the one in charge of little kids at that point. So she was the one that kind of got me into it. And ever since, I've really had an interest in it. And it's been a good time. And
what about competitions? Are you involved in anything during the year that way?
Yeah. So like I do our CDEs, so that's what we mentioned, egg sales. So a lot of that's trying to, the business aspect of FFA and trying to like sell products to people in a competition, and it's actually a really good time. I enjoy it a lot. But
can you give us some examples of some products that you had to sell, like fictitiously?
So this past year, usually there's like 3 options you get to pick. This year I chose like soybean crop. So you meet with a farmer who's actually a representative of FS, like the farming company and stuff, but you just try to sell them your product and give them like their high keys and everything about it and try to make the sale, but they grade you on it, and there's also a written test that comes with it and like an after follow-up phone call. But yeah, it's a good time.
Were you surprised when you joined FFA, as Aaliyah had said earlier, the number of things that you can do in terms of competition?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you're not in FFA, most people think it's like a lot of just, farming, but there's a lot more that goes into it, and there's really any interest you have, there's something that the FFA has for it, and I think that's what we're trying to hammer down, especially on the little kids right now, and FFA has a lot of opportunities, and just trying it out, you'll be able to see that for sure.
So treasurer, that comes with some responsibility, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, a lot of behind-the-scenes work, but most of it's, just kind of putting in receipts, making sure all the checkbook's balanced and everything looks good, but a lot of work, especially around the school fair time when we're, buying a lot of stuff, getting everything prepared, but it's a good time. I like it. I enjoy it.
So you still use a checkbook?
Oh, yeah, I try to. A lot of it's online now, but...
I'm impressed.
Yeah?
That's a forgotten skill.
Yes.
I got my spreadsheets. I got it all figured out.
Got to make it balance. There you go. So tell me about what you'll be involved with the upcoming school fair at River Valley.
Yeah, so for the FFA, I'll be the co-chair along with Aaliyah for the food stand, not to mention all the other clubs I'll be helping out with that day, but for the food stand, it's just a lot of getting it prepared, so getting all the food and everything we need ready, and finding the help and the space for it, which I know we have the Lone Rock EMS donates their cooler, which huge thank you to them, just because that saves us a ton on storage for everything, especially when it's not that easy to store all this food. But also like the donors and our helpers like Jason and Heather Meichelsberger, Kevin Graffunder, and some local businesses like Prem Meats, Straka Meats, and Quick Trip, along as Joe Knockreiner. But a lot of them are just a huge help getting it set up and being able to run it the day of, because it is a lot of work.
I can't believe how they line up. When the food stand opens up, they're about 10 deep at 10 o'clock in the morning.
I know, it's crazy. We start even at like 5 in the morning, but it's like just the entire time, it's just crazy. 3 lines of people, and it's just all the way back, and you wouldn't even think there's that many people there, but oh yeah, they line up.
Is it a big fundraiser for River Valley FFA?
Oh yeah, that's where actually it's one of our biggest fundraisers along in the year, especially just the food stand. It helps, and a lot of people working towards it, and also we get donated stuff from like Arena Cheese as well, so they donate a lot, and a huge thank you to them. But we have some other ones like Smoke in the Valley, which is a thing that Prem Meats does, and in September, but we do fundraisers there as well. We do like meat paddles, so other ways to make money. But yeah, school fair and the food stand is one of our biggest ones.
Wonderful. And that's coming up before we know it. It just seems like the summer flew, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. A lot of planning already, but it's just like, where did the time go? It's crazy.
Did you work on any FFA projects during the summer?
A little bit, a lot of it. I mean, like I said, behind the scenes work, and it's a lot of time just coming into the school and just working on stuff as treasurer. But also like planning, like this, and getting like ready for school fair and stuff like that.
What about your SAE?
Yeah, so my SAE is agricultural processing. I work in Spring Green at Prem Meats, so a lot of behind the scenes work, and a lot of it's just documenting everything that goes on. So it includes like the meat processing, getting it made, and the packaging, and also the retail part of it. So, being in front, working with customers, and how that kind of the behind the scenes stuff works. It's a lot of just documenting and kind of showing how that stuff goes.
When you're working in the retail part of Prems, is it hard not to be like hungry all the time?
Very actually, yeah. Lunch is probably the best part of the day there. But I like it. It's really fun, and especially fun, be around people and being able to help people and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a good time.
What's the biggest seller?
I gotta say the fresh case. A lot of steaks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, usually like brats and our brat buns. If anyone goes to Prem Meats, they'll sell out very quickly. But
The snack sticks are
snack sticks. Oh, and the summer sausage. It just flies off the shelves.
hard to beat. Yeah, Good stuff. And you
yeah.
mentioned the Smoke in the Valley event that's coming up soon.
Yeah,
too.
so that'll be September 12th, so a couple weeks before school fair. But that's we do a lot there, especially me personally. But we do like meat paddles and stuff, so we get another way for us to raise money. And yeah.
What about? Have you thought about a career?
I'm not sure right now. I mean, obviously, I work at Prem Meats, so I mean that might be. My dad's one of the owners, so a lot going on there, and that could be part of the future, but we'll see where it takes me.
Right. FFA can take you in a lot of different directions, and
For sure. Especially nice to get more background in like the community service and the agricultural part of working at Prem Meats and stuff.
Indeed. So it's coming up right down the pike here for River Valley School Fair. Anything you want to add today?
Not really. I think we hammered all the points.
Good to have you. Sherry, you got a good group. It looks like even though you graduated some good ones, you've got some pretty strong leaders back here.
Yes, I'm blessed to have a strong program advancing forward. So as they retire, I like to say, or graduate, we can use them as alumni members. So remember, if you're a parent of one of these students or recently graduated, you can always be an alumni member because obviously many hands make light work. So I do want to give you some auction updates so that you're aware. So auction starts at noon on Friday, September 25th. Straka's are willing to take up to 4 beef to be scheduled for slaughter on a Wednesday. So they will set that up with you to bring in on September 30th. I know that's a Tuesday, but they're going to bring it in on the 30th. Natural Harvest, a division of Prem Meats, will take around 20 hogs for the auction. After that, the overflow will head to Equity, and Andy will give us prices on Wednesday that week, and we will promote it on our Facebook page once we get those stats from Andy. So realize that the market is fluid, so if Straka's or Prems have additional openings, they will let us know prior to the auction. So if you're there by 11:30, you'll be able to hear all the announcements and the updates from Terry, Andy, and Caitlin, and then obviously from Andy for Equity. Just want to remind people that we only have 2 main destinations for hogs. Again, that's Equity or Natural Harvest. We did raise the weights of hogs this year from up to 210 to 285. So if you're a buyer, anything over 285, is a price discount for you because, we have some heavy hogs coming in at 300. So you'd get 15 pounds of extra meat if that hog was 300 pounds. So just making you aware of that avenue. We do want to thank River Valley FFA alumni and WIC Buildings for sponsoring Haven's Petting Zoo, and that is only from 9 to 11. So if you want to come and see the petting zoo, we only book them for 2 hours because once the auction starts, that causes some stress on animals, and we don't want them to be stressed. So Havens leaves at 11 o'clock that day. And finally, before I announce, our 63rd annual school fair is going to be on Friday, September 25th. If you have questions, you can give us a call at the junior high school at 608-588-2554. And our extension in the ag room is 2152. So calling the high school and extension 2152. And then I met with Eric Briel this morning, Phil, and he just wants you and Hank to develop tougher trivia questions. So he wants them to be more challenging as he drives to Fenimore.
Is that right? Wow, I don't know how they could get any tougher, and no one has lived as long as Eric, so, it's hard to go back that far.
When you're as seasoned as he is, he knows all those answers, so he's got a steel trap mind up there, so he likes to challenge us.
I'm sure he does. Yeah, we'll be seeing him, good old semi-retired Eric Briel, so,
yes. The joke in the fall is that he runs the ag department and I'm the sub, so we like to joke about that. Yes, we do like to joke about that. So, on a serious note, if you have young kids, we are offering the pedal pole and more games on that day. The committee is still working on finding workers for those situations. So there will be more activities. And then, of course, as always, to include all of the organizations, food and fundraisers is River Valley FFA food stand. The River Valley Area Community Gardens will have their caramel apples there again this year. The classes will have their fundraisers, so 27, 28, 29, and 2030 will all have some sort of fundraiser. Yes, I know, I was like 2030, wow.
2030, yeah, I guess you're right.
And then the student council will have their fundraiser. Those are the ones that have gotten a hold of me so far. They're still deciding what they're going to sell, but that's different activities that'll be on the grounds as well.
It is such a huge undertaking. You couldn't do it without your alumni and all your volunteers, could you?
Yes, the officer team, I think, experiences how big this is when they start to serve as an officer. And yes, they come back as alumni to help, and that's great because they know the ins and outs and all of that. So we couldn't do it without Rachel Tiffany as our fair secretaries pulling that all together. And then obviously, you've heard what the officers are all in charge of. And then, yes, the alumni, all of them serve in various capacities, but the Livestock Committee has been sending a lot of emails this morning. So thank you for all of that. And, yeah, we couldn't do it without the support of the community and all our FFA alumni members out to help us.
Once again, maybe you could go over the deadlines then when people need to get stuff in, Sherry?
So Wednesday, September 16th is when entries are due. Monday, September 21st, art and photography are due. And then Thursday, the 24th, from 7:15 to 5 p.m. is where you can bring all the indoor exhibits. And then Friday morning, the scale will open up early, and we'll have our vet checks happen. Steers need to go to FS to weigh in. Mike Sobronic is opening the scale up for you at 6 a.m., and then the rest of the animals will weigh in on the fairgrounds, but steers must go to FS. Our scale is not built for the solid animals they are. So FS graciously opens up their scale for us. Animals need to be in place for swine by 7:30, other animals by 7:45. Shows start at 8. The horse show is run by Craig Neuheisel, so that is a morning of registration, so they should be registered prior to 8:30 in the events that they want to do. The reason we do that is we have them compete on grass. We don't want the animals injured, so if we have a lot of grass out there, we do different events. So Craig gets to make that call, so he's already ordered his trophies and awards and cannot wait to see who all the winners are for that horse show. So many things have been started and going, but if you have any questions, please reach out and let us know. The number again is 608-588-2554, extension 2152.
Again, we have you on a little early, but there's a reason for that because we got all these deadlines coming up and people need to make plans and mark it on their calendar, don't they?
Yes, I always tell the kids we better be early so that people know when, because once school starts, all of a sudden homecoming's here. It felt like you just had the first day of school and you wake up 2 days later and there's homecoming.
Right. So as far as the officers, you guys are all ready? You've got your number 2 pencils bought and everything for the school year then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're ready to go.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. We need to thank our donors. We put out an Amazon wish list and we had several donations to us. So the kids are ready because a lot of people donated, so their pencils are sharpened.
Mm-hmm. Good to go. Mm-hmm. What excites you, Leah, about the next school year? Other than FFA, what are you looking forward to?
I mean, just getting back to school and, like, talking to my friends and coming back.
Very good. There have been some really cool things in the off season. You guys had your trap team has done really well, hasn't it? Will?
Yeah, we actually had one of my friends actually in the going into their junior year, just won state and is headed to nationals. Shot perfect 100 out of 100, which is pretty uncommon. So
wow,
it's pretty cool to be a part of that team for sure.
And their name?
Hudson Howden.
Well, congratulations, Hudson.
He shoots like 7 days a week, so he's pretty well prepared.
Are you both on the trap team then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Lee and Will? You guys don't shoot 100 out of 100 though?
No.
Okay.
I shoot at 100.
I shoot.
Yeah. Well said. What about you, Peyton? What excites you about the upcoming school year?
I'm looking forward to senior year and getting to have all those experiences of senior year, going to sporting events, and being able to see you at all those games too.
Well, that's a bonus. Set your sights higher. And Sherry, thanks for coming in today. Thanks for bringing in these kids.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. And I like to share all their talents with everyone. So thank you for being a strong community and blessing us with all of these young leaders. I can't wait to work with more.
Awesome. Sounds good. Sherry Groffunder joining us, River Valley FFA advisor, along with Aaliyah Hatfield, Peyton Miley, and Will Prem on today's morning show.